Alright guys, what's going on? It's Jack and welcome back to another video, and welcome to Call of Duty World War II in the year 2022. And I very recently started playing this again, and I just did it out of a thought at the back of my head that I put into fruition. And then one day, a couple nights ago, I was like, you know what? Let me just reinstall the game, plug everything in, and well, everything was already plugged in, but just kind of a few changes here and there, and see if I could find a match in Call of Duty World War II. And I'm on Xbox. I'm playing on the Series X, and lo and behold, I look for a free-for-all match because that's the game mode that I enjoyed the most. And I wasn't expecting to find a match, but lo and behold, 5 to 7 seconds later, I was in a match. I was pleasantly surprised. And even last night, or should I say this morning, I played until like 4:30 a.m. I started at 3 a.m. and then I went to 4:30 a.m. and that's where you got one of these gameplays from that you see here in the background. And at that time of night or morning, yes, you will find familiar faces, no doubt about it. There were guys that I played against the night before or whatnot. And there's a mixture of good and bad players in the game, which is exactly the way it's supposed to be. And for the most part, the thing is, I hadn't played Call of Duty in a very long time, actually, as well, especially one that's a little bit more casual, and feels a little bit more classic in comparison to what we're getting today. And I can tell you that without a shadow of a doubt, I was reminded pretty quickly as to why I enjoyed Call of Duty in the first place, and I certainly got it with this game. And I was actually really glad that I reinstalled it. And quite frankly, there's actually, like, if I were to play this game, let's say I were to grind Call of Duty World War II up until SM Squared or what's the other one, X Defiant comes out, I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt that there would be plenty of things to do in terms of weapons to unlock, from assault rifles and SMGs and stuff like that. And then obviously there's the prestige to grind as well. There's up to level 1000, so there's plenty to do in the game. So like, if I were to do that, I could. It's nice to have that as an option because I guess the servers are down in Black Ops 4. I don't know if they're back up or not. Somebody told me that rumors say that they were, but again, I don't know if that's true or not. But I think Thunder would have made a video by now that it was like, hey, the servers are back up, yay, or something like that. But the thing is, thankfully, we at least have this Call of Duty to play, which is obviously better than nothing. I'm pretty sure if you were to go back and play games like Infinite Warfare or something like that, you'd probably be able to find matches and everything like that. It's still very likely. But with that being said, guys, I don't know where you guys stand in terms of Call of Duty World War II. It is a very divisive game in terms of opinion. Some people find the game legendary. Some people find the game a big letdown, and some people are just like, it's meh. It's okay. It's somewhere in the middle, right? Obviously, the overhaul, I think the majority of players can agree that after the overhaul that the game actually got better, which is true. And the support for the game was like the feedback from the fans was definitely taken into account a lot more. So that is something that I certainly appreciated about the game. And even though for me it's like out of a 10, it's somewhere around a 7 or something like that, I still find a lot of joy out of the game, especially now in terms of what we've been getting now. It's like this game, even with its shortcomings and in terms of what I prefer, it's still pretty damn good and pretty damn fun. I think a lot of people would say that the biggest problem with Call of Duty World War II is that it was bland. There was a lot of blandness into the game. For me, there would have just been like a couple of things to change in order for the game to be like that much better. But again, there's compared to what we have now and what we received with Call of Duty World War II, looking back at it, I think we can all have a reason or a number of reasons to appreciate the game. So for anyone that wants to be freed of the shackles of skill-based matchmaking or engagement optimization matchmaking or whichever one you want to call it, this is the game. This is the game for you that you can go back and play. And even if you didn't like it in the past, don't be surprised if you actually pick it up and play it and actually enjoy it this time around, believe it or not. Because the game does not punish you for moving. There's not nearly as many safe spaces. The maps are a little bit more towards the classical style build. Attachments on your weapons make your weapons better. You don't have to worry about any any cons for putting attachments on. The create a class system was unique, although I would have preferred 2 basic trainings by default instead of 1, but that's just me. Let me know what you guys feel about that. 2 basic trainings, would that be overkill for you guys, or would that be enough? Just let me know. Granted, there was 1 class to where you can have 2 basic trainings, but again, you'd be missing out on like some of the regular stuff. But just by default, like without any class needed, I mean, 2 basic trainings would have been awesome. That way you can really mix and match a little bit more, and I think it would have been balanced enough as well. But that's just my opinion and my personal preference. But I would really like to know what you guys think. So you know, the score streaks, well, they are what they are. Some of the game modes could have used a little bit more score or whatnot, but it is what it is. But at the end of the day, looking back at this Call of Duty, I think we can certainly appreciate the positives that this game brought. And if there's nothing really that, if you're a first-person shooter Call of Duty player and you're pretty much like, you've pretty much had it in terms of these current Call of Duties that are out right now, I don't think you can go wrong by giving World War II a shot. And again, I'm playing on Xbox, so I'm sure PlayStation is even more crowded, and I'm not even playing Team Deathmatch, which is the most crowded playlist in the game, and in pretty much any Call of Duty. So but anyway, with that being said, guys, this is Call of Duty World War II in the year 2022, and it's still playable and it's still there if you want it. So let me know down in the comment section what you guys think, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.